Welcome back, curators of the arts. This piece I call Nickelback Fingering Justin Bieber. It is from I'm a Big Wreck of Instagram fame. I thank you for the submissions, quite brilliant really, and quite self-explanatory, and a little bit on the erotic side if you ask me. Enjoy. What a fascinating photograph. I guess now we know what the card holds for Justin Bieber. Let this be a forewarning to behave himself. That's what I think the artist intended. If he keeps egging houses and whatnot, the moral of the story is he will be finger-banged by Chad Kroeger of Nickelback fame. I'm assuming he's the front man, so he will be doing the fingering. The bandmates will just clap and sort of cheer him on. Fascinating what the cards have for our young talents today. It could be interpreted several different ways, depending on how many digits Mr. Bieber wants in his bottom. Next up, I introduce the next piece. I call it Leprechaun Rides Ostrich. Enjoy. Yes, this piece is quite interesting, and also could be interpreted in the wrong way if not careful, because Mr. Lister's mate is standing there, riding an ostrich, you see, but what the artist failed to see is that it looks rather large and his legs are placed, spread rather in a suggestive form, and the ostrich, flesh-coloured, very dangerous, seems to be protruding from between his legs, and to make things worse, a little boy on the right is onlooking in this situation. Now, things protruding between man's legs should not be seen by small children. This is a very, very risque photo for the times. Lister's mate is really pushing the envelope. Also noted that we do know it's an ostrich. Also, the heart is green, as if to say it's alright that he's riding an endangered species because he was drinking and he was under the influence of liquor, because after all, hey, everybody let loose. It's a green heart. It's St. Patrick's Day. I was under the influence of alcoholic beverages. But that's not an excuse for riding an ostrich. I'm sure they're strong animals and they can carry their own weight, but let this be a one-time thing, Lister's mate. Next up, we have from the Vogiflas collection something that we see in everyday life. This one is called Berlin Recycling Bins. Enjoy! I quite enjoyed that. See, the thing about Vogiflas's artwork is that you can take the most mundane tasks like taking out the garbage and make them adventure. The thing I enjoy about this piece is that it's not your average recycling bins. They're on wheels. And let's admit, you know that old saying, one man's garbage is another man's treasure. Well, this exactly what? Oh yes, that exactly shows that thing. Getting back in the character and theme. Recycling bins are so wonderful, and I like these ones. One man's garbage is another man's treasure. This is exactly shown Vogiflas quite literally, because don't these treasure boxes look like recycling bins, and don't these recycling bins look like treasure boxes. Look at them closely. Don't they look like treasure boxes? Like something fun or an adventure could be contained inside, rather than the mundane smell of garbage. I think this piece calls to us because it tells us that the normal things in life can be interpreted any way. So, for example, even a garbage container can be seen as treasure. Brilliant job, Foggy Flush. Brilliant job. Our next contribution comes from Mum's the Witch from the land down under, Australia. This piece is called Bloke-Sized Steak Sandwich. I hope you're hungry, because here it is. So, what do you think of that sandwich? Does it look mouth-watering? I think so, gentlemen. Did you know that this sandwich is quite interesting because you could call it a marble stick sandwich. It's bi-coloured, biracial if you wish. I think the playful yet light and dark colours on the piece of steak, which I'm guessing is steak. Very daring, not your average steak. I mean, you can't see the traditional grill marks. The artist doesn't go for the norm in this one, but Bums the Witch rather challenges us with her take on a steak sandwich. Also, just to break up the monotony, is the bold use of red in the slice of tomato. Quite daring. And the bread itself, quite neat. Every slice of toast tells its own story, doesn't it? There's some bits of dark colour there on the top, where most of the heat was applied on the toaster. Brilliant, if you ask me. Our next piece also comes from the Lister's Met collection. This is called String Bean Coffee Shop. Here it is. Scale for a cup of coffee, anybody? My lord, I hope they sell scones as well. You know, coffee is a medium to wake up the masses, is what I always say. But the thing with this piece, String Bean Coffee Shop, is it opens our minds to other coffee alternatives. According to legend, this is not your average coffee shop, but a coffee alternative to wake the mind. As I would like to say, it is coffee, but it is grown in the soil of string beans. It is vegan coffee. Vegan coffee. Vegan are the people who are frightened of meats and other foods that taste delicious. So what they do is they eat beans and things that aren't living and breathing. Things that don't have blood cells and feel pain or emotions. So, the next time you're feeling guilty about drinking a cup of coffee, maybe have some of Lister's mate's special coffee that he's ground into a fine powder from the strings of beans, or string beans. What he does, I'm sure, is he lines them up on a clothes dryer, and he waits to just the right consistency. He ages them, he ages them like cheddar, he does. And then he takes them in a bowl and he mashes them up. Stirs it, adds a bit of food colouring so you don't know the difference. And the next thing you know, you're drinking string bean coffee. And you're none the wiser, aren't you? Yes. How would that taste? Coffee beans. Beans, coffee, makes sense, doesn't it? Bear with it, people, give it the chance.